The Real Estate Forum podcast. We're back and we are live. We got Brent. How you doing, my man?
Going well, dude.
How's the day house going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good, man. We got our first opens tomorrow. Had our first opens last night. Had a few people come through, so it's good.
Have you had many people say like congratulations, well done, like good on you, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, thankfully we've had a fair few people reach out, and it's people as well that I didn't expect as well. Like they really like the brand and the change because it is a fair bit different to your boards that you see in public. So.
My misso loves it. You know what she said? She goes, he's a genius. Like, I'm not so sure he is, but he's a genius because Day House, it's a good name because it doesn't necessarily attribute the name to you. So you could sell it one day and it's not like, oh, well, gee, I'm working for, Joe Blow Smith at Smith Real Estate or something,
Yeah.
So you've done really well with that. I don't know if you meant that, but she thought it was pretty good.
Well, people keep like congratulating me on the marketing and stuff, and I reply back to most of them. I say, guys, like I just paid this guy to do it. Like I'm so done with this stuff. But if you employ the right people, they make the product look good.
Yes.
And that's why I plugged him up on my socials last night. I'm like, guys, this guy has done everything. I've told him examples of what I want, and he's brought the product to life. And all the credit's due to him, man. He's a ripper.
Take some credit. Take a little bit.
Oh, maybe a little bit.
There we go. The crazy thing is, like, I've loved watching your evolution. And anyone that's been a long time listener of the potty would notice, like, Brent came in, like, super raw, like, immature little fuck as he is. And now, like, you're a proprietor. You're running your own business, but you've got, like, a levelness about you that you didn't have even 12 months ago. Like, I feel you've grown up. You've matured. Am I your dad?
Yeah, thanks,
What
bro.
am I saying? I feel like you've really actually matured before my eyes and the entire audience's eyes.
Thanks, man. Maybe I have a little bit. I just kind of, just a bit more, try to be a bit more relaxed and just not really worry about shit. It's like my mantra at the moment.
Don't worry about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What book are you reading right now?
I got no books, man. It's the power of, not the power of now, the magic of thinking big. And that's one of the reasons as why I've taken this step and, created our own brand is because it's like, what if it works? Imagine if it does work. Like think big. Like a lot of people think small and if they're happy thinking small, that's good. But that book, but I have been reading it for a long time, like 10 pages. And then I just can't focus on it. So
Yeah.
I'm in and out. Are you reading anything or just a newspaper?
Nah. So I've stuffed up, I think. I reckon I've stuffed up in a pretty big way. We've had, in the last 4 weeks, we've had 6 people leave the office.
I seen another person left.
Yeah,
Luke.
literally yesterday.
Another one?
Yep, another one. And I said to him, like, Abes, what's going on? And he said something really, like, quite pertinent that I took to heart. And he goes, Gav, I love you to bits, but you just don't have time for him anymore. I'm like, oh, man, like that. I'm so sorry, man.
What was his role?
So he was an associate, so like a prospector.
For you?
And yeah, for the office.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, wow, that hits home. So like I'm obviously doing big numbers, right? And anyone that's been listening to the podcast knows that. And I'm also the sales director. And so it's this really fascinating thing where when I went out on my own initially with you, Brent, when I was at the White House, about that. And it was just my team. Basically, I was the director of Ray White officer, but it was just my team, so it was pretty cruisy. And we had a really good atmosphere, like a really good vibe. And we didn't even go to Kmart unless we're all together. Like the whole thing was a team. And then we merged with Ray White Pakenham. And people go, well, why'd you merge? We were paying like double subscription fees, double REA fees. We were paying, I was paying a rental fee. I didn't even have a rental department. And then I was like, well, it makes sense to go back into Ray White Pakenham, which is where I originally was from. So we moved Ray White office into Ray White Pakenham. We operated out of that one place. And then I was like, great, I'll be the sales director. What I didn't realize was how much time people require of you. And I think I underestimated this. And so I thought, oh, good, I'll let them be, like, they're autonomous, they can do their own thing. But they really want nurturing, especially the younger ones. And it wasn't until they're walking out the door saying, Gav, like, we never saw you, kind of thing. They was like, well, geez, I stuffed up. Like, I've let these guys down. Like, I've let them down in a big way. And I reckon it's one of the things that you have to watch, mate, as you start to bring in your own like sales agents and then bring in associates with that, is just that there is now a point in my life right now where I'm going, I don't think I can do this. I actually don't think I can. I don't think I can be a sales agent and be a sales director and give both 100% energy. And so I'm like, I'm thinking I'm going to have to make a decision here, Brent, as to either one, give up sales, or two, find someone else to be a manager. Because I don't know if you can do it.
I think like, thanks for sharing that. And it's really from the heart. So it's good to sit here and listen to that. It's so hard to do. Like one of your cups is so full, right? Like your sales team is overflowingly full. And then you've got a director's cap on, and that cup's probably a quarter full, if that.
Yeah, well, at the moment it's a quarter full, yeah.
From what you said.
The thing is, like so my priority is obviously the family. Everyone's obviously family is first. And then it's the clients I serve. And I'll go to bat for them every day of the week. But then something has to give. And at the moment, it's a relationship with the staff that are probably at an arm's reach of me. Not like my immediate team. Like I think my immediate team, we're very good, but then my responsibility goes beyond just that.
Yeah.
And what they expect of me is not what I've delivered. And I'm like, well, can I deliver that? And I'm like, I don't know if I can.
And have you kind of thought what it looks like fixed? Or are you defining that now?
Well, I'm thinking about that, how it looked. Like, do you have to get a sales manager in? Do I just like take a complete step back? Do I don't do as many sales? But then if I'm not doing as many sales, that means the guys within my team, like there's no point in having that many people on. So that kind of thing. And like the phone's always going off. Like I'm getting calls. As most people do.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I can get to them too.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, I've got to make a decision here, Brent. But like there has been an exodus out of my office, and it's my fault.
You think it's your fault?
It's 100% my fault.
So 6 people.
6 people in 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think you'll see that with every downturn of a market, and I think we touch base on this here as well. So don't beat yourself up too much.
No, look, I mean, some people have quit real estate and they've gone into state or they've gone into car sales. Like, yes, there is that, but ultimately there have been people that have left because they're unhappy in a work environment that I've produced. And like, I don't think I'm a bad leader. Like, I don't think I'm never an angry guy. Like, I'm never one of those old school ones that would come down on someone. But I think there is, especially the younger generation, they want more. Yeah. They want more than what I was delivering. And so if they can see that potentially there is a better place to get more, whether it's attention, whether it's support, whether it's just someone to talk to, then they're going to leave.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's like Natalie and I, it's only 2 of us at the moment. And I said to Kyla yesterday, it's like, I don't really want to like chase people and employ them at the moment because I don't feel like I'm in the position that I'll be able to be the best person for them. Yeah. And then I would beat myself up if I got them to come over and then I wasn't someone that could facilitate their growth. And I'm just not ready for that. Let me build a product that works and then show people how to do it as well. So you're like in a step, maybe a couple years that ahead of me that I'm going to go through. So it's kind of good seeing you go through it because then in 2 years' time when I'm going through it, I can say, Gav, remember when we had this podcast and we gone through that shit? Yeah. I'm going through it too. So
yeah, completely. I mean, everyone's like the goal is to you start as an associate, you become your own agent, you do well, you grow up, you run an office. Like that is, I feel like most people's dream is to do that kind of thing. But now that I'm in it, I'm like, is it really what I want?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And what kind of team are you running though for the listeners? Like,
so my team's big. So we're doing about 250 sales a year. So there's myself and I've got then 3 PAs, well, kind of 3.5 PAs within my team. So that's my direct team. But then beyond that, at the start of the year, I was running an office with 30 plus people. Now, I don't deal a great deal on the rental side of things, and that contributes to about half of that 30. But then there's a sales department of 15 plus people, and they look to you as a leader, as a director, as someone who can answer questions. It might just be, hey, can you help me out with a phone call here, an appraisal there, or can you, Gav, this has happened to me. Can we have a chat? Definitely. Doors always open. I'll never turn anyone away. But what I wasn't doing, I wasn't being proactive enough in going to them as much. We'd always have our weekly catch-ups, but I wasn't then checking in on a Wednesday or a Friday and saying, hey man, like, how you going with this? Or where you at with that? Or do you need a pinch hit with this? Like, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
And more to the point, I wasn't checking in on them enough that they were happy with their progression. So the guy that just left yesterday, for example, he's like, I'm not making enough money here, Gav. First time I've heard of it. But I didn't ask him either.
Yeah.
So I wasn't saying, hey, are you comfortable here? Is there something more we can do? I'll just more like, on a Monday we'll have our meetings and go, hey man, how's things going? Like, yeah, good, everything's good, fantastic, awesome, cool, see you later.
Yeah.
So this has been like a really important like couple of months for me going, well, how can I be a better leader? And the truth is, I don't know if I can be both, Brent. So anyway, that's, I guess for a lot of people that listen to this podcast, they probably, they're not at the director stage yet, but the guest that we've got on today, it'd be really good to chat to her about this because she has gone up and stepped into a director role, albeit with not as big of a team. But that does seem to be the lure, doesn't it? Like you want to have that trajectory from sales agent to running your ship, like whether it's with a big brand or a boutique brand. That's the goal, right? I
think the whole director title doesn't really mean anything to me, to be honest with you. I just wanted to have something that was my own. And I feel with no offense to the big corporates and the big franchises, to adapt with the speed of adaptability you need to have in today's world, to go through a corporate chain, man, it takes months and months and months to actually change and adapt. Well, I wanted to have that fast tracked.
100%. The bigger you are, the harder it is to move.
Yeah, which I respect that. And one day, hopefully I'll have those problems. But that's something that really excited me, is to be able to adapt straight away, pull the trigger, make it happen. And yeah, one day it's probably not going to be like that. So just taking a couple steps back with yourself, is it just you that's like in charge of the sales team at the moment, or do you have help from anyone else?
No, well, I've got a co-director, but she does more the rental side of things.
Okay.
No, it's just me.
Okay. But if you pay a sales manager, that's what, 180 grand a year now?
Yeah, be worth it.
Yeah.
Be worth it.
Because I remember Ray White and Cranbourne, I spoke to them a few times, and they were getting a sales manager, and I remember talking about the wages for it. And yeah, they're pretty high, but I think they're worth it. Like,
yeah,
size.
This is it. So as a sales manager, like it's a lot, but I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah, no.
I thought that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, like as you said about the cup, my cup is definitely full with the sales arm. I'm definitely still, making heaps of sales. But then clearly something has been sacrificed, and that's the quality of happiness that my colleagues, my staff have had.
Yeah, and then if you do drop back to say the 150 sales, and are you going to still? That's $1 million drop.
Yeah, but that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah,
I feel like, I don't know,
less stress.
Less stress, probably is. Even though the vendors are like, "Oh, why's my house sold?"
Yeah.
I still feel that's less stress. I don't know, man. Anyway, we'll chat to our guest about this. The crazy thing, and I'm looking at Craig just to make sure we're not running over time. We're good. The also, which I think probably on a more of a light-hearted note from our perspective, maybe not so much her perspective, the amount of times agents are getting caught out doing dumb, unethical shit. It's crazy. Brent, run us through what you've seen.
And I said to you guys before we started this, I said, the one thing that annoys me is that people stealing people's stuff. Like, I couldn't give a rat's ass what they've done or if they've left something out. Do not go and put your hands on someone else's property. And then to go and post saying that, I spoke to the council and the council didn't do anything about it.
Tell me what happened.
So a local agent in the Berwick area, we'll say, had been caught dropping off competitive boards into a bin, like a big skip bin. Someone took a photo of her doing that and then posted it online. And then a couple of days later, I seen a video come up on social media, right, of this particular agent talking about why she'd done it. And
justifying it.
And I never really comment like bad stuff on social media because I don't really get involved. I don't really care. And then that come up and it made me think, like, I'm going to speak up for myself here, because you don't have, it's not your job to go into a place, right, and act like you're the law because you've spoke to the council. That's how she justified it. Or I spoke to the council. They didn't do anything about it. So I went out there, grabbed these boards and put them in the bin. And to post that publicly and have a bit of justification and make yourself feel better, I'm like, hold on a second. This poor person who's paid for these boards is a new agent. It doesn't matter what kind of agent they are, actually, if they're a multi-million-dollar agent. Nothing gives you the right in this world to go and steal someone's product and put it in the bin because they didn't meet council regulations. That's like me, man, going out there pulling you over for speeding and saying, Gav, you need to pay a speeding fine. Like, it's ridiculous.
Citizen's arrest.
And it just gives agents such a bad name. And like it makes my blood boil that lady is a mature lady and she acts like that and expects to get away from it, away with it, and justifies herself online. Ridiculous, and it needs to be stamped out.
Yeah. Pretty out of touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
out of touch.
mate, I could say what I wanted to say, but there'll be a lot of profanities in there and a lot of disrespect, but I won't go down that path.
Yeah, so here's the counter argument. So say, for example, then, that everyone's doing the right thing, right? Boards go out. We're talking pointer boards. Pointer boards out for open for inspections. They go out, I don't know, Saturday morning, they get picked up Saturday night. Everyone's doing the right thing. And then you get one agent that leaves the boards out for weeks and weeks and weeks on end.
Yep.
You go do the right thing, you report to the authorities. The authorities say, I'm too busy, I can't action it. Do you then not, if you called up the agent and say, hey, get rid of your boards, and they said, no, I'm just going to leave them, do you not have a right then to like say, well, I'm going to take matters into my own hand?
I don't think that's the right thing to do. Like, we do see it in every marketplace. Like, we see it so much in so many marketplaces. Personally, I might leave mine out for, I don't know, a couple of hours after an open, but I always pick them up.
So yours different though, but like I'll drive down, say for example, Clyde, right?
Oh, wow.
And there's boards on roundabouts, like that, and you can see they've been there for ages because like each week you pass, it's like it's tilting over a little bit more. And it just doesn't look good. Like it doesn't look good from the council perspective because they're ugly to look at, especially the ones with my face on it. But I think then that, well, if you've done all the right things, you've spoken to the agent, you've spoken to the council, no one's doing anything, why not? Why can't you take it?
Oh, the one thing I will say, what stopped her from being a mature professional person and dropping those boards back off to the office where they come from, or calling the agent and saying, hey, I've got your boards, please stop doing the right thing. But she took it within her own power to go and drop them off at a bin that they've paid money for as well. So I think there's ways around it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And there's some shit ways to do it, and she's probably chose the shittest way to do it.
Yeah.
Then being caught and then still having the pride to justify her actions is kind of embarrassing.
When I first started in real estate, I was putting boards out, and I took my brother with me, and there was one agent that kept moving my board and putting his in front. So I was like, all right, we're gonna fucking take this board out. So my brother is like, I'm gonna go fly kick it. So he runs out of the car, he runs up and just launches into this board and fly kicks it. I'm like, Ray, my brother's like, Ray, what are you doing? That's my board. He actually destroyed it.
He's got the old Gavin.
Karma. I got karma coming. All right, so we're going to throw to Jade. Are we going to keep rolling? No, we're going to have a break. He's giving us the wrap up. Cool, we've got Jade coming back, and then we've got a really special guest as well. So we're going to announce her shortly, but our favourite mortgage broker is online.
All right, we are back, and as always, thanks so much for our long supporting sponsors. We have Douglas from Adaptive Fire and Electrical. We have the beautiful Jade from 11 Financial, who's about to jump on. And then we have our fearless producer, as Gavin refers him to being. And Gavin is pissing himself laughing in the corner, so I don't know what he's laughing at. From Craig Holowell Photography. And I'm going to throw to Gav quickly because he's just losing it.
We're going live, and then Jade just starts going on her own little rant.
I can't hear the clap.
Yeah, you can't hear the clap. Okay.
She doesn't have it. Doesn't have the
clap.
clap.
Jade, I just love you so much. You're so funny. And you're a bloody good mortgage broker too.
That's good to know.
Have you improved your golf? How's your golf swing going?
Not too bad. I've actually played 2 games since we last caught up.
Yep. They're not called games, by the way.
Rounds.
Rounds of golf.
Well, whatever. I've played 2 rounds of golf, and it's a lot harder in like the real golf course, on the real golf course, than it is at the range having a lesson.
It's the hardest sport in the world, I reckon. Like, I played consistently for a while, and I'm so shit. Like, I'm so shit. And I'd never get better.
Hardest sport in the world?
Oh, yeah, maybe a bit of an exaggeration.
But
Yeah,
I
you
like
haven't
it.
played squash.
Yeah, or MMA or something. I reckon that would be pretty hard.
Squash. Squash is tough.
Or
I like
tennis.
it, but I can't come here and say I've got a handicap of 12 or anything like that just yet.
Let's play pickleball.
Pickleball's
I love
good.
pickleball.
Jade, when do you next come down to Melbourne? We'll get to mortgage brokering stuff.
I'm not sure yet.
We'll
But
go
I
to
can let you-
pickleball.
Yeah.
We'll go for a pickleball.
Yeah.
Pick up game of pickleball. Now, run us through, Jade, what's happening in the finance world? It's been a hot little minute.
Holding on for dear life at the moment is probably what I would say. There is a lot of movement in pre-approvals, however, which I find interesting because a lot of my pre-approvals are saying that there's nothing on the market.
Yeah.
So yet everyone's saying that there's a lot on the market and it's a buyer's market. So I'm interested to see, I guess, what the next 6 months is going to hold, whether a lot more is going to come on the market or whether a lot of vendors are holding on to their property because they're worried that they're going to sell for a loss. And if they hold on for that little bit longer, they'll, see it out. From a borrowing capacity perspective, we've seen a lot of investors put the brakes on, especially your sort of 1 to 2 property mum and dad investors, because their borrowing capacity has taken a really hard hit with negative gearing being removed. But your volume investors, they're still moving and shaking. They think it's a good time to buy, and I don't think anything's going to stop someone who has a large portfolio, to be completely honest. They're not investing for a small tax break.
SMSFs, would they contribute to the pre-approval levels that you're seeing spiking?
Not really. I've got a couple of SMSF pre-approvals that have come through, people with FOMO. But no, I have a heap of first home buyer pre-approvals at the moment.
You go.
No, you go, Brent.
I think every person I'm speaking to, right, everyone's quiet. Like, I bumped into Luke McGree's wife today when I was walking.
Oh, really?
Luke's quiet.
Yeah.
Luke's never quiet.
Local Sparky's quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not quiet.
You're not quiet.
I wish I was quiet.
Gav's gone through a lot.
Yeah. There is a lot of people like industry, like I'm not just talking real estate, like across industries that are quiet at the moment. Is it true that just no one is spending money?
As I said, I've got lots of clients that want to spend money. They just have nothing. There's no stock for them to buy.
So this is interesting, right? Let's talk about this because internal data from Ray White, right? Like as much as I give them shit, I actually love a lot of the things about Ray White, but the internal data is amazing. So the data that we've got shows that listings on the market are actually up 17% year on year. Listings on the market, but inspection numbers through our open homes are down over 20% compared to this time last year. So there's actually more listings on the market. Now, it might be that there are less listings coming to market, potentially, Jade, you're right, but they're just staying on the market longer because they're not selling. But also there's less inspectees coming through our inspections. So that is a fascinating stat.
I have found, and I actually spoke to Brent about this during the week, I think that a lot of vendors are maybe not wanting to accept the reality of the price that their property may have dropped to over the past couple of months as well, because if you had an appraisal 3 months ago, it has quite likely dropped quite a bit in what they could potentially get for the house. So there are some properties that might be getting offers, but the vendor is hell-bent on a certain figure that they want, which it might be highly likely that they don't get that, and they could waste another month on the market before they realize, oh, I'm obviously not going to hit that price point. It's time to reduce it. And by then, what's getting offered today might not be getting offered anymore.
Are you seeing many more bank takeovers? Because I'm hearing about them a lot more.
My favourite topic. Give us a delinquency rate.
Thank God none of my clients have had their house taken from the banks. So no, I haven't heard any nightmare stories from my clients or any of my friends who are in the industry, to be honest, with their clients having houses repossessed. But I'm sure there are a lot of people out there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Off topic, how familiar are you with British politics?
British politics. Gavin, why do you always have to spin me these random questions?
Because I feel like you're our mortgage broker, but like, you're worldly,
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
I'm not too brushed up on my English politics, but I know a little bit about the royal family.
Did you know that there's a guy called Nigel Farage who won into office like a few months ago? Really popular, unpopular dude. He was found to be embezzling money, has given up his seat in the Claxton-on-Sea seat, is rerunning as a by-election. The only person that's running against him, a guy by the name of Count Binface. He's an intergalactical 50,000-year-old superhero who actually has a bin on his face.
Really?
He's running for parliament.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
Is that not scary?
It's hilarious. But his policies are great. Let me tell you one of his policies. One of his policies is that forced conscription for anyone playing music too loudly on trains and public transport. I can get around that. Conscription, when you get conscripted into the army, like forced into the army, like Vietnam War style.
I think Korea has that, don't they?
Yeah, there's a few actually that have it, but yeah.
Singapore.
This world is turning into a scary place.
No, I think
Count Binface, vote 1.
We should have that in Australia. In all honesty,
he's my hero. Anyway, the election's on the August the 13th. It's in 3.5 weeks, so stay tuned.
Okay.
Anyway, any other finance news, Jade? Sorry, I kind of ran off topic there.
No other finance news. Look, what do you guys think? RBA meeting in August. Do you think rates will go up or stay on hold?
On hold. There's so much indecision. I think there'll be a lot of paralysis, to be honest, from the RBA. Like, there's conflicting data on both ends. I'm keen to get your thoughts here, but I just can't see the RBA making a decisive move either way.
What number are we?
I think that they will stay on hold, but I don't know if that is a prediction or a me crossing everything.
Yeah. This is actually the first time, I want to get your thoughts on this. First time in a long time that there has not been a unanimous decision by the experts as to what's going to happen. Like, it's a time of flux, would you say?
Well, ANZ are saying they think it's going to be increased.
But then I've heard from Westpac said only 2 weeks ago it was going to drop.
Yeah.
Westpac, NAB and CBA have all said on hold.
But Westpac came out 2 weeks earlier and said they're going to, so there's thoughts that it could drop, there's thoughts it could rise. It's the first time I've seen where the experts aren't unanimously thinking, okay, it's either going to do up or hold. Like, they're torn.
Yeah. And you could see an article today that says we predict interest rates are going to go down before Christmas. We're going to see 2 rate cuts by Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
And then by Monday, they have a report out saying inflation's up. We expect to see a rate increase in the next RBA meeting. So everything is with a grain of salt. And we can, my clients will say to me, are the rates going to go up? And I'm like, even the actual professionals don't know that yet. Like,
they're
even
so
the
torn.
person that makes the decision doesn't know yet.
Yeah. Michelle Bullock, let's get her on next week.
Oh my God.
Michelle Bullock, welcome to the Real Estate Forum podcast.
I'll fly down for that.
Craig would have her number.
Yeah, Craig, you'd have a number for sure. This guy's got everyone's number.
I'll fly down for that.
Jade, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.
You too. Bye.
All right, today's guest is someone who's built her career from the ground up. Sarah McCallum didn't step straight into sales. She began in real estate as a receptionist before working her way through property management, business development, and eventually into residential sales. It's a journey that's given her a deep understanding of every part of the industry and shaped the way she now works with clients. After more than a decade in real estate, Sarah took one of the biggest risks of her career by launching her own business under the Area Specialist brand. Since then, she's continued to build a reputation for honest communication, strong negotiation, and putting people first, all while balancing the demands of running a successful business and raising 2 small children. Today, we'll dive into what it really takes to back yourself in business, the lessons she learnt from building a brand, and how the industry has evolved over the years. The mindset that's helped her become one of the most respected agents in her market. Sarah, thanks so much for jumping on the show.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you for inviting me.
Was that correct?
It was
Okay,
correct.
sweet.
Yeah, it did well.
So let's talk about your journey. Like, it's a great journey because you feel like you've experienced all things real estate.
Yeah,
Admin,
yeah,
rentals,
from the
sales.
lovely property management to then the sales.
Is that
So,
sarcastic?
yeah. Never. No, I'm glad I'm out of that now. I feel for the girls; they do well, and boys.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's a make or break. I think it's a complaints industry, so you've got to be strong to hold it out.
So did you think it helped ground you to become a better salesperson?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped me, like just with any situation and just how to deal with it because it was forever changing and you had to deal with so many different facets of it. So yeah, definitely.
And is sales easier than rentals?
I think so. I think,
Yeah.
I guess there's consistency in property management, whereas sales is inconsistent with how your day is and what your numbers are looking like and dollars, whereas property management, you get your money. So that's sort of the only difference.
Yeah.
Would you advise someone that's wanting to get into sales to maybe start as a receptionist, admin, PM?
I think it gives them a pretty good idea of what they're getting into. I think a lot of these young kids think that you're just going to make a buck ton of money and that's your life. But then
A buck ton of money.
buck ton of money.
Looking forward to them making that.
Never heard that before.
But yeah, I think it helps them understand what they're getting into because I don't think they truly understand until they're in it, and then I don't know if they last necessarily that long. Just starting fresh into sales.
So give us a bit of a breakdown. What are you doing in terms of your numbers at the moment?
I think I'm sort of around 50 to 60 a year.
Sales?
Sales a year. Yeah.
Yep.
Keeps me happy. I said, I don't know how you boys do it. I think just focusing on family and everything for me, doing more than that, it just wouldn't help with the balance. So
Can we just say then something? We spoke about this off air. I actually think that attitude is so courageous. I know the big corporations are all about doing more, and they create an environment where they want you to do more. So it's all about recognizing the elites, recognizing those at the top of the game, improving on the numbers that you're doing, the status that you're earning. It's a huge ego trip for a lot of young men, I guess. And it's hard not to get caught up in that. And for someone to go, no, I'm actually happy doing 50, which still, by the way, is
Really good.
a buck ton, is to do 50 or 60 is still an incredible effort. But I think it's very courageous for someone to go, you know what? No, I'm actually quite happy at this level and not having to necessarily do more and do more. So I commend you for that, Sarah.
I think, we always naturally, we see the number and you want more, but I think I just hold myself back just to make sure that I've got my goals in place as to where I want my life to be. So it's important.
And I think it's really like it's just sometimes scary there's no happiness like when you're trying to achieve and go to the next level to actually take a step back and say, oh, no, this is my happiness.
Yeah.
Like I always want more, and I'm always going to be wired like that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty annoying sometimes.
Well, but then you go, well, something like Sarah, for example,
Yeah.
who goes, well, my happiness is not by getting an extra sale, it's by maybe spending an extra hour with your kids. Would that be fair to say?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got to a point where for an hour or two when they get home from school, it's just turn off the phone because you get so distracted.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is my time. They're only young ones. So just be there with them rather than, oh, yep, do this, do that. It's just setting it down and just having those rules because you've got to do it.
Yeah. Would you have said that was your philosophy on life before having kids, or did that change you?
Nah, it definitely changed me. Yeah, I think you got more time when you don't have kids. Like, what are you doing? You're just living your own life, you're in that lane, you can just go. But I think, especially them watching you and you're so important in their life that what you do and what they see is just worth more than an extra sale, an extra listing or whatever people say. If you didn't answer the phone, well, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. How's your setup with area specialists?
In terms of how we sort of run it or?
Yeah, like in the spiel there, your own banner, like how's, like for a listener, I kind of have my understanding of how it's set up.
Yep.
But a lot of listeners are like, oh, what's area specialist? Like, is it sole directorship? Like, do you have business partners or what's it actually look like?
Yeah, sole directorship, but Marcus, Stacey and myself are under obviously the brand of Solutions, but we're not affiliated with money and all that sort of stuff. We're just a team brand. So within myself, I've got Alex and Boyd works under me as well. So we sort of help each other out. And
good team.
Yeah.
So you have a team of two underneath you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they both sales agents?
Yes, yeah. Alex is more, he's coming into that sort of role, but he's more like my PA, and Boyd's his own sales agent. He's pretty self-sufficient because he's been in for a while, so it helps me. But Alex, like you were discussing earlier, there is that sort of level of, well, how can I help? Am I there enough?
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff you face. So
How do you keep someone in, so Boyd, how do you keep Boyd from wanting to work under you as opposed to doing his own thing then?
Oh, look, we're friends first.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to do that, it's completely fine with me. There's, you know, but that's always been our goal is friends first over anything else.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say it, but I always say encourage him. If you want to do it, do it. He's got it pretty good under me, but and I remind him of that. But at the same time, if he wanted to, full support because, you know, friendship again is more important than money. So
Yeah. And you've got so much solo like independence, right, under the area specialist brand because they just take care of like all the trust accounting, all the compliance. Is that
Or
correct?
I mean, we have to do the compliance side, which is frustrating for me. But no, we do all that. We just send everything off for the files and everything. They do all that work for us, so and we just approve it. So it's pretty easy. It makes my life easier anyway.
I feel like Brent's now he's gone out and opened his own company. He's asking me all these pertinent questions because he's like, I want to know what's going on.
I want to pick her
Never
brain.
actually cared until now. So let's talk about. Everyone seems to be quiet, right? So how are you finding things at the moment?
Well, that's the part of the reason we went to Tassie the last week of school holidays is because I was getting listings and nothing was selling. So I was like getting a bit frustrated. So I was like, I've just got to go away, enjoy myself. So when I was away, funnily enough, that's when the phone started ringing, as it always does. Last 2 weeks, I think we've sold a lot of the stock that has been sort of sitting there, which has been nice.
Oh, great. Clear out.
Yeah, but it's been a long slog for them, I think. So
like a 3-month cycle,
Yeah,
hey?
definitely, 100%. It's taken that 3 months for some of them.
Yeah.
We've been lucky with a few that took a week, which was amazing and very surprising. But other than that, it's been pretty tough.
Some of the markets at the moment nationally are markets that haven't been quiet for a long, long time. Queensland, Adelaide, Perth is even starting to slow down. New South Wales has been slowing for about a year. But what would you say to an agent that's starting out who they're finding for the first time a really tough market?
I think they've just got to commit. You've just got to commit to it. There's no other way. You just got to keep on getting through it.
So if they're not selling a house, say for example, they've all been just drilled to get listings, just get listings in this hot market. They've got an array of 10 listings now. They can't sell any of them.
Vendor management.
What does that even mean?
It means you've just got to have open conversations with your vendors, and whether you like it or they like it or they don't, it's got to happen. Otherwise, you're not selling anything, and everyone's getting frustrated, and nothing's happening. And I think that's the hardest thing to learn as an agent is how to have those difficult conversations because no one wants to do them.
Yeah. I was actually thinking on the way here, I was going to do a video for our socials about if you're an owner at the moment, my number one advice to you, if you've got a price that you'd take and you'd be happy with, tell your agent that. If you don't have the trust that they're going to try and get you more after you've told them that, then they're probably not the right agent for you. Like, have trust to tell them, hey, Sarah, I'll take 500. Like that, I'm happy with 500. Bang. If their property is priced too high, the agent's then going to align that price and you're going to meet the market. You're going to get a little bit more competition. And hey, I might get you an offer of 520, 530, Sarah, but now we're at 550. We're not selling. No one's coming through. It's shit for me. It's shit for you. Be honest with your agent. If you think you can't be honest with your agent, then you probably don't have the right agent in your corner.
Oh, 100%. I've got one at the moment. So just because I'm telling you this figure, I want to take it. You just don't stop there. I'm like, of course I'm not going to. Like, it looks better for me if I get a better result, but at least you're telling me what you want. She goes, yeah, but you're just going to stop there. I said, I'm not. I'm not.
It's crazy.
It's not my job, but it helps us both get this end goal, doesn't it? So
I think like some consumers have that mindset that just agent will just like get that price and sell it. Like, it's the best thing ever when you've got an offer that the owner will sell, and then they're like, oh, we'll take it. They say, no, don't take it. I'll get you a little bit more. You know, that's what our job to do is. Like,
yeah, we're always pushing. It's just normal.
Makes you look better.
Yeah, it does, 100%.
Yeah.
So what's your plans for the future look like then?
I think just what am I doing in 5 years' time?
Yeah, tell me. Will be a sales manager?
No, I don't. I've realised that I'm quite horrible at the managing staff side too because of lack of time thereof, obviously around other commitments. But I think just sort of keep doing what I'm doing. I think we always want to get better in certain aspects of it as well. Boyd and I have sort of been discussing around sort of rental side of things, whether that's going to be something to do or not to do. I know Marcus obviously does it as well here, but yeah, a bit of growth, I think, but more just family time as well. It's that balance. If I can just keep my balance, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Are you referring to balance when you're walking on the steep treks of Tasmania?
That's 100% right. And so then fearing for dear life that one of the kids is going to just plummet off the edge and then you know you've made a big mistake.
I seen that. I don't know who's. Maybe it was Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. It was a wild time. I tell you what, we regretted it because it was actually getting dark too. So it wasn't just how hectic the track was; it was getting dark, and we didn't even get to the top. We were like 100 meters away.
Oh wow!
And then we had to just go back down because the sun was coming down, and 3 kids in tow.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my interrogation about how this office is set up.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting here, and then we record this in the area specialist office, and there's barely anyone here ever. So I said to Sarah, why does no one work here? Sarah's never been here before, but
Lie. She said she has been here.
once.
Once or twice, on a good day.
But this is their office, and I'm like, so who owns this? Are you an owner here?
Marcus.
Okay.
Marcus.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if you want to come here, you can work here.
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
yep.
I gotcha.
And so I think Stace pops in sometimes,
Yeah.
but mainly it's Marcus and his team, Cooper and Millen, and Kira is here as well with property management. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But working from home, I think, sounds like a dream. Is it?
My house is clean, as I said earlier, but it's good for me because a clean house for me makes my day just go into the right direction. And anything clean around me, it just makes me happy.
So if you've got a sales agent, right, again, this is advice for someone that I've never worked from home, would you encourage people to be working from home as a sales agent?
I think starting out, no. I think some people do need that atmosphere of an office. So that's where I'm sort of balancing with Alex as well. Boyd, obviously, with the respect, but we're both equally busy with families. But I think there is very much importance, and Alex does training with the boys as well here because I need him to have that team element and I need him to sort of bounce off people. And I think it's important for them for growth.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Brent? Now you're starting your own thing. Do you reckon you'll be working from home a bit more?
God, no, I'm working in the office more. Like I just love I love my office. Like I'm building a place where I want to be.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love about it.
Yeah, and that's cool. What about your staff then? You gonna let them work from home?
No,
Stuff them.
I don't. No, Natalie doesn't really want to. Like Natalie,
No, it's good working.
like Natalie loves being around me. Like it sounds weird saying that, but I don't know. I think we just love being around each other. Is that weird saying that?
Well, it might change. This might change because how long until you're due, personally?
December. She Natalie might get sick of me. Who knows? Maybe she'll start working from home.
Well, I think you might start working from home a bit once you got a kid.
I've probably got to make me work in the office more, man, to be honest with you.
Oh, gee, sorry, babe. Those 9 o'clock in the evening appointments.
Yeah. What's your biggest struggle at the moment, Sarah?
I think it is just more around the mentality of time frame on the market and things selling, and you're constantly sort of just thinking about it. Well, I do because I can't switch off from it. Is just making sure that everyone's on the right path and I'm doing everything I possibly can. And then people naturally sometimes can get frustrated, and it's just not taking that personally. It's like, okay, I'm doing my job and I'm doing it right. It's just a natural process, but it is keeping your mindset strong to just push forward in a market that is challenging.
Yeah, and what Sarah just said is probably one of the biggest takeaways you can ever come from your real estate career. Do not take anything personal, like at all, because you won't like it. You'll quit real estate. I've seen so many people quit real estate because they can't break the barrier that don't take shit personal. People aren't going to like you. People hate me. People hate all of us here. But at the end of the day, it's not personal. So you can't make everyone happy in a real estate transaction.
That could be PM though. I feel like the only time you get called up as a rental agent is if their owners are complaining or the tenants are complaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're probably used to that now.
Yeah, there's elements of that, but this one is solely your job to make a sale, essentially. Whereas the property management had all sorts of different departments of it as well. So sort of shift along and do your thing.
So from you, and we'll wrap this up pretty soon. I think Craig's giving us the old stare. From a prospecting level, you've been doing this now for a long time, what, 10 years?
Sales around that, yeah.
Yeah. Would you still prospect, or is it more referral based now? People come to you.
You wouldn't see me prospecting much. That sounds horrible, but Alex does a lot of my letterbox drops and that here and there, which we just still do for the purpose of it, but mainly referrals.
It's a great place to be, isn't it? And I think anyone that gets to that level where you can just rely on referrals is you've done really well for a career that's getting 50, 60 sales a year. That's an awesome place to be, mate. Well done.
Thank
Pretty
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Did you fear when you left, were you at Harcourts?
Yeah, yep.
Did you fear that you were going to leave your whole career behind starting your own brand?
Not really, because I just had my second Daisy, so I really just went for it because I thought, what do I have to lose? I've just come out. I've got a second kid now. Really, I know Marcus had my back. Stacey was coming along as well, so I was like, what is there to lose? There is nothing. So I just went for it.
Because you guys hit the ground running pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Is that just based on the referrals that you had from the previous employee? You reckon they just started to come in and, kept on going? Or was there anything you done differently to get your brand back out there straight away?
I think it was just social media was a big part of obviously pushing it out there. And I think a lot of people quickly sort of, knew what was happening. And I guess the names, especially, Marcus, myself, and then Stace as well, knowing them.
Yeah.
It obviously took some time. I think it took maybe 6 to 12 months to really start building. And then from the last sort of 2 years, definitely the business has obviously been a lot more successful in that, just getting name out there.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's I'm very, cautious of is that conscious that it will take 12 months to get back doing the numbers that we're doing, hopefully more. I've even noticed with Marcus, like he's doing heaps in like Phillip Island and stuff now, isn't he?
Yeah, he lives down that way. So he I think he was trying to sort of maybe steer clear a little bit closer to home, but I think it makes sense. Like I love selling blind bite, that's where I live. I love it. It's nice and easy, it's close, and that's why I like to sort of stick around those areas as well because but I think you sort of at the moment you take them when they come, and if they're, a good sale and a good go, you'll do it. So
Off topic, blind bite. What? When have you ever eaten something blindfolded? Where does that name come from? Blind bite.
I think the bite is BIGHT, so it's like the
not BIT.
Not BIT.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. No one's heard of it really, so it's good.
And what's blind about the bite?
Me? No.
Do you love it out there?
Yeah, I love it. I've lived there my whole
place.
life. So,
have you?
yeah, we've got a few houses in there now. And it's like I say, it's a monopoly board.
Yeah. So if I get a listing out there, I'll call you to buy it.
Nah, you can call me to sell it.
Okay. Yeah. Great answer. So thank you so much for joining us on the Real Estate Forum podcast. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah. Thanks so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us on the podcast this week. As I said, I think our next guest will be Michelle Bullock from the RBA. Craig's already calling her right now. So it's going to be an exciting one next week. If we can't get Michelle Bullock, we'll probably get someone local. Brent, thank you again, my man.
Thanks, dude. It's been a pleasure. You have to get a guest next time.
Yeah, I'll get Michelle Bullock.
No, you won't.
That can be my guest.
Maybe. And yeah, Sarah, you've been amazing. I don't think I've ever met you in person. I've walked past you and stuff before, but to actually meet you in person, you're a very lovely person.
Why didn't you say hello?
Do I say hello? I don't know.
No, it's rude. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe about my coffee story, like just leave me alone. But no, you're a lovely person. It's really nice.
Who should we get on next week? Who's someone that's been a huge influence in your career?
Oh,
Marcus won't come on.
it's a good question. I'll have to think about it.
All right, get back to us.
She's
You put me on the spot. Yeah, I'm like, hang on a second. Put me on the spot.
We'll get someone good. When I say we, it won't be me.
You'll get someone good.
It'll be Craig, your friend. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch up with you in a fortnight.
And subscribe if you watch this. There's like 20,000 people that watch it every week, and we've got like 150 subscribers. So it would mean a lot to us if you can click that bell icon, and Craig would be very happy.
Yeah, and if you see us in the street,
Don't talk.
don't talk to Brent.
Brent's
Say
got
hello to me.
coffee.
I'll give you a high five.
Thanks, guys.